Alright, Shalom, Yasharala. Before we get started, I'm going to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rachak Wadash. Double honors to the apostles, the bishops, and the elders at Great Millstone. And peace and salutations to the hopeful elect. Alright, we're back with another video. The title of this video was called IUIC, The New Moon Determines the Sabbath. Alright, IUIC, the new moon determines the Sabbath, or the Shabbat, and as some people would say. But all brothers, a lot of brothers have been doing a lot of responses to this video, the Elder Apostle Gabar video. Let me go to that. Actually, he did last night. It says I'm just play it.
Let's look at the.
It says IUIC Deacon says the moon does not dictate the seventh day Sabbath. All right, and that's wrong. IUIC that they have a completely different, breakdown of the new moon. They say the new moon is the full moon, which I believe is right here. Yeah, look at that. Salakia. See if you can see. Yeah, for the full moon they have the new moon, and for the it says decreasive. They don't have nothing right here. You see, so they think the full moon is the new moon, when the new moon is actually a dark moon. But I'm just go straight to the point. Right. This from Elder Apostle Gabar's video, Daily Edification 4. Alright, subscribe and be edified. But and this week's not this month's Sabbath that's from Friday. This month's Sabbath is from Friday sundown to Saturday sundown. So this is actually a how when we first came to the trip, we all thought it was Friday to Sunday. It's Friday to Sunday. Friday to Saturday continually, but that's not the case, because it changes every month. You see, but I'm gonna stop talking and just let it play. All right, so let's get into it.
Got our nationality, that forgot to turn everything the way back how it's supposed to be, and that's what you all see taking place today. And dummies out there, do you all worship the moon? No, we don't.
Now here it comes. Listen to this carefully.
Worship the moon, dummy. Okay. The Most High command us in every month we come together and have a feast in the beginning of our months. That's what we do. Okay, and the moon does not dictate the 7th-day Sabbath.
Did you hear that? The moon does not dictate the 7th-day Sabbath. So what does? Doesn't the moon dictate the month? In the very Apocrypha, which he's going to read, it tells you that the month was named after the moon. The word month, even when you look it up in the etymology dictionary, the word month came from the moon, from the word moon. Okay? So if the moon dictates the month, the course of a month, shouldn't it dictate the course of the Sabbath? When does the Sabbath come in? The 7th day, correct? Sabbath, another word for Sabbath is 7, which equates to rest. So what would calibrate when the 7th day come in? Wouldn't it be the moon? But this guy just said the moon. Let's say that again. Confusion, man.
The Most High command us.
These dudes are confused concerning the phases of the moon.
In every month we come together and have a feast in the beginning of our months. That's what we do. Okay, and the moon does not dictate the 7th-day Sabbath.
The moon.
So you heard he says the moon does not dictate the 7th-day Sabbath, which is a lie. All right, because when the new moon comes in, that's the beginning of a new month. And when let's say that the Sabbath, all right, let's just say it's different. Let's say it falls on Sunday, right? You count 6 days. Let's say that the new month comes in on a Sunday, right? That's the Sabbath for that month, that whole month. If the new moon came on a Sunday in the new month, that would be the Sabbath for that month, from Sunday to Monday sundown. You'll count 6 days from that, right? Let me see. Salaki. Right? So let's go to September, right? Let's say the new moon came in on Sunday, right? That would be the new moon Sabbath. That'd be the Sabbath for the month of September. You would count, you know, from you. So that'd be from Sunday to Monday sundown. You would so you go from Monday to Sunday. That's a day. Then you count after that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 is the seventh day. You see, will be what next Monday, Salakia. See that? So that'd be that's how it works. You know, so you count 6 days, right? So starting from 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then 7 comes in order. See that? So that's the new moon dictates the new month, right? So now let's get before we read those, I got a few here. Let's start with this. It says, what is a new moon? All right. It says a new moon occurs when the moon is between the earth and the sun, with the side of the moon facing earth in shadow. During this phase, the moon is in the same part of the sky as the sun and rises and sets with it. The moon is usually not visible during a new moon, except during a solar eclipse when it crosses the face of the sun. You see? And it got it right here. Let's go to this one. So boom, the new moon is dark, right? Then you go what? You go, what's that? Counterclockwise, I want to say. So this is the new moon. Then it goes what? It starts waxing. So you got waxing crescent, first quarter, which is a half moon. You got waxing gibbous, then a full moon. So they think the full moon is the new moon, right? Then it starts to wane. So wax is increase, and waning is decrease. Waning gibbous, third quarter, right? Waning crescent and back to a new moon. See that? So that's what that is. The new moon determines when that new moon comes back, it's a new month. You know, it's a new Sabbath that comes in. See? See if we can get another one. It says, I read this. A new moon occurs when the moon when the moon is directly between Earth and the sun, with its shadow sided, with its shadow side pointing towards us. You can see a new moon when it crosses the face of the sun during a solar eclipse. New moons occur approximately once every month because that's roughly how long it takes for the moon to orbit the sun. See, I got this one over here. When does a month start according to the moon? Right? It says the start of a month is it's like let me read it. The start of a month in a lunar calendar is based on the moon's phases or lunation, without regard to the solar year. So we use the Gregorian calendar, which is way off. All right, a lunar month is the time between two successive new moons or full moons, and a full cycle of the moon's phases takes about 29 and a half days. However, the exact day a month begins can vary depending on the type of lunar calendar. And we use the Hebrew calendar because we're Hebrew Israelites. It says these calendars start a month when a astronomical new moon occurs in a specific time zone. Down here, I should just read this one. It says a lunar month is the time it takes the moon to pass through all of the moon phases, usually measured from one new moon to the next new moon. A lunar month starts at the invisible new moon and lasts all the moon phases until the next new moon. So that's the whole month. See, like I explained it with this. That said, it came in on a Sunday to Monday sundown. That'll be the Sabbath for that month until the next one. You see. So now, since we got that, you could look more into that if you want to. Let's go to this. Because like the Elder Apostle Bar said, the word month comes from moon, right? It says month now, 1/12 part of a year, one of the 12 parts in which the calendar year is arbitrarily divided. Go down here, Old Norse Gothic month, which is related to moon. See moon. Let me see. heavenly body which revolves around about the earth monthly, right? So yeah, it says right here, moon month. Now also this one, moon month. So it goes back to the word month. All right. So going back over here, it says originally the month was the interval between one new moon and the next. See that? It cognates mean only month in the Roman languages, but in Germanic they generally continue to do double duty. You know, so and they had the moon down here. Right. So now let's go to what he read, Sirach 43, or Ecclesiasticus 43 and 6. It says, he made the moon also to serve in her season for a declaration of times and a sign of the world. From the moon is the sign of feasts, a light that decreaseth in her perfection. The month is called after her name, increasing wonderfully in her changing, but in being an instrument of the armies above, shining in the firmament of heaven, the beauty of heaven, the glory of the stars, and ornament giving light in the highest places of the Lord. See that? Let's read that in the GNT version if we can. So what he said, he was completely wrong, right? What was it? Yeah, 43. Lucky. 43 and 6. It says, there is also the moon, marking the passage of time, an eternal sign. Hold on. An eternal sign. Hold on, make sure I'm on. All right. I'll read it again. Sirach 43 and 6. There is also the moon, marking the passage of time, an eternal sign of the changing seasons. The moon determines the holy days. Its light grows full and then grows dim. The month is named after the moon, marvelous to watch as it grows fuller each night, a signal light for the heavenly armies shining out in the dome of the sky. The shining stars make the night sky lovely, brilliant ornaments in the Lord's high heavens. See? So, the month was called after the moon. You see? And the moon is what? A declaration for let's go to Genesis, matter of fact. Genesis 1, the creation story. Genesis 1, hold on. And yeah. Genesis 1. I'll start at 14. It says, and when you read Genesis 1, all right, it's talking about the Elohim. When you see that word God, it's talking about the Elohim, the angels, right? Starting with Yahushua, right? And so when you read this, Genesis 1 and 14, the Elohim said, let there be lights in the firmament of heaven to divide the day from the night, and let them be for signs and for seasons and for days and for years, and let them be for lights in the firmament of heaven to give light upon the earth. And it was so. And the Elohim made two great lights, the greater light to rule the day, which is the sun, and the lesser light to rule the night. He made the stars also, which was what? The moon. You see, so what they can be used what? For signs and for seasons and for days and for years. See? So now let's go to First Samuel. All right, 'cause this is an example. 1 Samuel 20 and 5. I'll start at 4. Then Jonathan, this is David and Jonathan covenant. You gotta read the whole chapter to get it. It says, then Jonathan said unto David, whatsoever thy soul desireth, I will even do it for thee. And David said unto Jonathan, behold, tomorrow is the new moon, and I should not fail to sit with the king at meat, but let me go that I may hide myself in the field until the third day at even. when you go to when you go to this word new moon, it tells you, right? Hold on. Right. Chodesh, the new moon monthly. It says the first day of the month. You see, so when a new moon comes in, that's the first day of the month. Like I showed you in the calendar over here. Let's say we go to September, right? And it comes in on a, let's say not even Sunday. Yeah, let's say Sunday. Let's say it comes in on a Sunday. All right, that'd be literally the first day of the new of the month, man. This literally the first day, day number 1. All right. But let's say it comes in on a, let me see, because this one's for July is Saturday, not Saturday. It's from Friday to Saturday, right? So let's say in August it goes from Saturday to Sunday. Let's say it does that. Saturday will be the new month. That'd be what? The first day of the month. If it came on Saturday to Sunday. So from Saturday to Sunday, all right, count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7th day. See? Starting from what they say is August 3rd, which is the new month. Right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, Salaki. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. See that? The 7th day, which will be Saturday. All right. So the new moon is what? The first day of the month. It's the new monthly. I read it again. And David said unto Jonathan, behold, tomorrow is the new moon, is the start of the new month, and I should not fail to sit with the king at meat. But let me go, that I may hide myself in the field until the 3rd day. He said until the 3rd day at even. Now I'm gonna jump down. Is it this? No. I think this is it. It's the 1 Samuel 20 and 24. So David hid himself in the field, and when the new moon was come, right? The new moon of the Sabbath, right? The king sat him down to eat meat, and the king sat upon his seat, as at other times, even upon a seat by the wall. And Jonathan arose, and Abner sat by Saul's side, and David's place was empty. Nevertheless, Saul spake not anything that day, for he thought something had befallen him. He is not clean, surely he is not clean. He thought he was unclean. And it came to pass on the morrow, the 2nd day, it tells you which was the 2nd day of the month, that David's place was empty. And Saul said unto Jonathan his son, wherefore cometh not the son of Jesse to meat, neither yesterday nor today? You see? So that first, the new moon comes in. It's the start of the new moon is the start of a new month, and then from that point on, you count 6 days. Then you go back into the Sabbath, which is what be the 7th day. You see, it's not that hard, you know. It's really simple to understand. I want to read this in NLT though. See what it says. So David hid himself in the field when the new moon festival began. The king sat down to eat. He sat at his usual place against the wall, with Jonathan sitting opposite him, and Abner beside him, but David's place was empty. Saul didn't say anything about it that day, for he said to himself, something must have made David ceremonially unclean. But when David's place was empty again the next day, Saul asked Jonathan, why hasn't the son of Jesse been here for the meal, either yesterday or today? See that? So now, Salakia. Let's go to Amos. Amos chapter 5, 8, Salakia, not 5. Amos 8 and 5, it says, I'll start at 4. It says, hear this, O ye that swallow up the needy, even to make the poor of the land to fail, saying, when will the new moon be gone, that we may sell corn, and the Sabbath, that we may set forth wheat, making the ephah small, and the shekel great, and falsifying the balances by deceit. You see, so they were asking, hey, when will the new moon be gone? When will the Sabbath be over? Because during the Sabbath, you can't what? You can't buy or sell, right? You can't cook, but some of us brothers, some of us got to work, got to feed the kids, so we're under grace right now. But some of us can keep the Sabbath, to the best of our ability, right? Same thing for new moon. In 1 Samuel 20, And 5, same word, Chodesh, the first day of the month, the new moon month monthly, the lunar month. All right. Let's go to the other one. Psalms 81 and 3. It says, blow ye up the trumpet in the new moon, in the time appointed on our solemn feast day. You go to this word time appointed. Let me see. Yep. It's so I can get it right. I don't want to mess it up. That's Kasa, right? So it means what? Full moon. You see, properly fullness with a full moon, i.e., it's festival, time appointed. So the time appointed means what? Full moon. All right, a full moon is what? When it's at its brightest, when it's full, like we showed you. We can just get an image. Go back to it. This is a full moon, not the new moon. The full moon. The new moon is dark. The full moon is bright. That's brightest. You see, and then it restarts when the full moon goes in. It starts waning, from waning Gibeah to third quarter to waning crescent. Then a new moon comes in, a new month. Then that's the start of a new Sabbath, and then you count 6 days out of that. Then the 7th day, back to the Sabbath. You see, from sundown to sundown. All right, it's not, like I said, it's not that hard to understand. Blow up the trumpet in the new moon, right, and the time appointed on our solemn feast day. And when you go into the festivals, that's the Passover. These are the feasts of the Lord Yahweh, even holy convocations, which ye shall proclaim in their seasons. In the 14th day, right, 2 weeks in the month, and the 14th day of the first month at even is the Lord's Passover. And on the 15th day of the same month is the feast of unleavened bread unto the Lord. 7 days you must eat unleavened bread. 2 weeks in is a full moon on the Passover. You see that? So I may change the title to something different. But IUIC, the new moon determines the Sabbath, and it is the 7th day, because you gotta count 6 days from that, and then the Sabbath comes back. You see, like I showed you. Let's go back to the calendar. Let's say, right, July. This is the Friday to Saturday sundown. So let's say in August, the new moon comes in on the 3rd, which is the start of a new month. Don't take out Esau's calendar. Not the first day. Not August 1st on Thursday. Put in, the Lord's calendar, right? The new moon is a new month, which is what? Let's say it came on the 3rd of August, which is the start of a new month. From there, from Saturday to Sunday, our new account 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. You come back. See? So it's not that hard. It's not that hard to understand, man. See that? So, Lord willing, this was edifying. IUIC, the new moon determines the Sabbath. All right, Lord willing, was edifying to you brothers and sisters out there. Of course it was to those who know, but to the newer brothers coming in, new sisters coming in. All right, the new moon determines the Sabbath. All right, it's not Friday to Saturday sundown continually. That's a whole nother, doctrine. But that's what those who call themselves, the Jays in that land, that's what they keep that. But Lord willing, was edifying. I'm going to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rachak Wadash. Double honors to the apostles, the bishops, and the elders at Great Millstone. Peace and salutations to the hopeful elect. All right, Lord willing. And Tawadi Yahweh Hashem, Yahweh Shai, for giving me the spirit to do this lesson. Lord willing. It was edifying. Until the next video, Shalom. Kwame Sharala, Wa Ababa Ba.